Okay, today we're going to install a 6-string surgery Les Paul wiring harness. Comes with a wiring diagram and comes mounted on a presentation board. All the parts you need to install. This has got a Switchcraft switch, a Switchcraft jack socket, 4 audio taper CTS A500 pots, and 2.022 UF Hosco paper and oil vitamin Q capacitors, braided wiring. I'm going to install it on this 1991 Epiphone Les Paul. It's already been installed with Tonerider Alnico II pickups. All we have to do is remove all the original wiring, all the original pots. Let's begin. Okay, let's start by removing all the knobs. Some are going to be easy to get off than others. I'm also going to remove all the strings so we can get access to the pickups to route the wires. Okay, I'm going to just cut the wire, which is the ground, to the bridge, which we'll need. And again, everything else is just a case of cut it away really. I'm going to just unsolder the pickups that were installed a little while ago because we're keeping those. That's our bridge pickup. So I'm going to label that with a piece of tape. Use later on. Plate. Okay, just unsolder these. Use a solder socket just to unsolder these bits at the top of the bridge, these wires. Pull some of these wires through now. See if we get rid of them. Push the wiring harness out. You can see the really small, tiny little potentiometers. Pretty low quality. Been in there a long time. Right, go ahead and remove the box switch. Bit old, bit ropey. Now for this scary bit, These holes are going to be just slightly too small for these potentiometers that I'm putting in, so we're going to need to ream these holes out slightly. It's important to use a reamer, not a drill. If you try and drill those out with a slightly bigger drill bit, it's just going to tear into the lacquer of the guitar. So just put these in, and we just gently cut out the hole ever so slightly. Try and keep that in. Don't want to make it too big. I've got a potentiometer here that I'm just going to check, and that fits. So it didn't need a lot. Didn't need a lot. Okay, to help us feed the wires through to the switch, we're going to need to loosen it off so we can get it out. I'm going to be flipping the guitar over a little bit to do various different things. I'm just going to hold these down with a bit of tape for now. It's a lot quicker to remove than to keep removing the screws. Before I go ahead and put all the wiring loom in, I'm going to put some copper tape in here to shield the cavity. It's never been done before. You can use shielding paint, but I'm going to use tape. This is a fairly fiddly process. I'm just going to hold these wires back with a little bit of tape just to keep them out of the way. Tear this off in pieces and to make a start. Okay, you can also now see that that's all nicely shielded inside. I'm going to do the switch area now. The switch cavity is all shielded as well. I'm just going to put some shielding tape in the pickup cutouts. Okay, so that's both pickup cavities insulated. Just going to take these back down. And clear up. Okay, I'm going to start by removing the wires and the switch, just separated from the controls because we need to feed it through the guitar. Switch is pre-wired, ready to go in, but we will need to feed these wires through the body to the control cavity. We're labelled so we know which wire to go to where. Once we get them to the pickup cavity, we can turn the guitar over, remove the pickup, hopefully pull them through. Just get a cloth to protect the body. We can see that these wires have come through. Those pliers just to help grab them. That's going to be a case of threading them through to the next pickup cavity for the channel of the guitar. There they are. I'm not quite got through there yet. There it is. Just going to pull those through. And then we'll get them through to the, this is where it's a little bit trickier because we've got two pickup wires already going through to the control cavity. So it's a little bit crowded in there now. A bit more effort through. Keep pushing these with the long nose pliers. Hopefully we'll start to see them soon coming through here. There's one. There we go. I've got three through now. Now we can control this a little bit more. I can pull them through. There we go. Turn that way. Secured. The wires are through. Okay, now we're going to remove the wiring loom from the board. $13mm socket just to release the nuts. Okay, got these into position, into the guitar on its side. Just going to loosely secure these now. Okay, we've got a wire with the J on it, so that's J for jack. So we're going to just route that through jack hole for now. put that underneath that wire, I think. We can solder that up shortly. This is where you're going to have to do a little bit of soldering inside the cavity, which is a little bit trickier because it's fairly deep. So we have our bridge pickup here, bridge wire. I'm just going to cut that, and that wire into the top here. This is where they'll need cutting down. Because we're just going to trim this wire down so that it fits across the middle lug of the volume control. Peel back some of the braided wire on the outside. We can expose the cloth wire, cloth covered wire inside, which is going to be soldered to the middle lug of the volume pot. So this wire, just get it ready for the centre lug there. Just carefully add some heat. Push it in. We need to solder the outer braid to the pot to ground. Okay, we'll do the same for the bridge wire. A little bit tighter space to deal with here. Just get this tucked round, cut to length. Again, just peel the outer braid wire back a little bit. To the wire. There we go. A little bit of extra solder to that. There's a switch connected to the controls. We now need to add the ground wire from the bridge. Strip the wire back a little bit. Can add that to the ground wire over there, I think. Doesn't matter which one. Just ground it. Okay, it's time to connect the pickups. I have one here we labelled bridge earlier, so we'll go ahead and do that one first. These are Tonerider pickups, so the hot wire is red and the green wire is ground. So other pickups do vary in that sense. So we're just going to get these wires into position. Okay, so we're going to now solder the last remaining wire to the jack socket. I'm going to leave this mounted to this board for now, and we'll cut the wire as short as we can so that when it goes back into the guitar it's not too coiled up. So I'm going to go with a cut around right here. And pull a bit through, and what we're going to do is we're going to peel back some of this braided wire, which is going to be our ground, which we need to solder to the jack socket. We're going to make a little lug out of this, so sometimes you do need to cut it a little bit. Cut the braided wire a little bit. Get it to split. This one goes to, the little lug we just made goes to the inner ring there, which we're going to just tin with a little bit of solder. Over here we'll just do the other. There. What I'll just do is put a little support on that so we're near to it. Solder that on. I'm just going to peel the outer cloth wire back on this. Here's what we need to solder. Just going to put a little kink on that. Pop that home where that needs to be. You could leave a little bit more cable if you like. I probably should have done, but I don't want it all gathering up inside the cavity, so I'll persevere with it like this. Solder onto this. You can see that it's filled the hole, so it's nice and secure. And then we'll release it from the board. Grab our plate for the guitar. It's nice and tight on there. Just check that's not in contact with anything inside. There we go. Okay, there wasn't any tape on the back of the switch, back of the switch panel, so I am going to put some on that. There is on the back of the, there is already some on the back of the control cavity. Everything's installed, soldered. Let's put it back together. A little bit of a clean. This stuff smells so nice. Does a great job as well.